Hello all! One of my friends recently asked me, is there a book that teaches us how to be happy? And on this Friendship Day, I am very happy to release a summary of the book 10 Habits for Happiness. So let's find out what they are. 10 Habits for Happiness is a book written by Dr. Tim Sharp. He is a clinical psychologist. However, unlike most other psychologists who focus on negative emotions like anxiety, depression, anger, etc., the author focuses on happiness. In fact, his friends have given him the moniker Dr. Happy. However, the doctor himself says that he's not always happy and it's perfectly normal. However, what is important is to have a growth mindset. One must always aspire to be happy and try to follow these 10 habits for continued happiness in life. The habits are as follows. First, create a vision board. Happiness can be defined differently based on whom you ask. For one, it may be having 10 cars. For another, it may just be walking their kid home from school. Whereas for the third, it may be just having a house by the beach. So you need to define happiness, what it means for you. It's similar to financial planning. Unless you know what it is to be like to be happy, you cannot list down the steps to get there. And try and include all the spheres of your life, be it spiritual, emotional, physical, or your health as well as mental. This is a famous sculpture by artist Michelangelo. Michelangelo was the famous artist come sculptor come poet everything, and he had said that the real danger is not in aiming too high and failing, but in aiming too low and being successful. So, we should always not aim for okayness in life. Once you determine what is your vision, you need to find a way to get there, find a way to win. You should set smart goals. For example, if your vision is to have a healthy physique, you need to have a goal of exercising daily. If your vision is to build a big business, your goal should be to create business plans for that and make the goals fun to achieve. And also the goals should be SMART, which is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. Say for instance, if your goal is not achievable, that means you would set yourself up for failure, and that will not lead to happiness. So try to find a way to win, because that's what we have been loving to do right since we were a child. The main thing is just to laugh. Have you ever wondered why the most famous YouTube videos or the ones with the highest number of hits are stand-up comedies? Because people just like to laugh, and yet when we go to office, we tend to leave our laughing personality behind. It has been proven without doubt that those managers who carry their humor to work have a great team bonding and increase the productivity within the team. So what should we do? Try to change the saying that if I achieve this, then I will be happy. In fact, your goal should be that when I will be happy, I will achieve this. Why? Because happiness leads to productivity. So don't make happiness something that you will engage in once all your other important things are done. But make it happiness or fun activities a priority in life. Try to schedule at least one fun activity per day, if not more. The other point is face your fears. Why? Because jumping from an aeroplane will actually give you the strength, the psychological power that you need to believe that all the difficulties that you face in life are easily surmountable. The seed of courage that this sows will make sure that you tend to remain happy no matter what the circumstances. In fact, there is a term in clinical psychology, post-traumatic growth. People who have suffered some major issues in life, depression, etc., once they come out of it, always believe that they have learned something and they are now very strong individuals. The next point is exercise or dance. Just get moving. Why? Because exercise is the cheapest antidepressant. It has been in fact proven that you don't grow old and you cannot dance, but once you stop dancing, then you grow old. So always know that your mind and body are one. This is the main important learning for me as well from psychology. For example, if you are feeling low, the easiest way is to just get up, play some music and start dancing. There is no way one can feel unhappy dancing to their best tune. Similarly, whatever the mind feels, same impact it has on the body. If your mind is feeling low, you tend to exhibit certain illnesses. So mind and body is one, and take advantage of this fact. The next point is sleep your way to the top literally. It has been proven that sleep leads to good health and good health leads to happiness. No wonder that we had sleep routines like hot water bath etc. when we were a child. Now why have you stopped them? Why do we still scroll on social media instead of going to bed? That is something we should avoid. Other point is to ask for help. Sometimes it may be hard, but the consequences are even more detrimental. And it's not just asking, but giving help in return as well. In fact, happiness is not a selfish endeavor. We realize that in giving, we receive many folds more. No wonder that Teach India and all other missions are so successful, because people like to give their time. Wealthy people like to donate. That's how they get their satisfaction. If you watch a lot of news, you may believe that there is corona, there is inflation, this, that, and your mind tends to focus a lot on the negative trap. However, the idea is to foster optimism. Focus on what is going right in life currently. Count on your blessings. What do you have in your life that you can thank God for? Let's consider a case of a bad relationship. Say you have a very bad relationship going on and still you're calm in that. Now, that calmness is the positive. So focus on the positive. Write a gratitude journal, which means just 3 things every night before you go to bed of what went well today. Try not to repeat these 3 things. Do this just for a few weeks and observe the miracle. Once you have an attitude of gratitude, you will become more happy automatically. And the last point is forgive others and also yourself. Anger is like holding to a hot coal and expecting the other person to get hurt. That's always harmful for the person who is holding the coal, right? It's so simple to figure that out. Forgiveness, in fact, is a gift to yourself. The author recommends practicing mindfulness, which is just observe your emotions, be it positive, negative, let them come and play a waiting game. Be kind to yourself. Say if you don't say harsh words to others, but you keep torturing yourself by telling this to your own mind, stop that practice. There is an interesting story of an 18-year-old son who got killed and his father became very angry. This was in a robbery incident. However, there was an opportunity for the father later on to meet the perpetrators of violence. He was in fact crying for revenge, like fully onto it. However, when he came to know about the circumstances of the robbers and the robbers also heard the father's tragic story, both the parties aligned to each other's thoughts. So forgiveness does not mean you condone the bad deeds. Forgiveness is just a gift that you choose to give yourself and make you happy. In summary, happiness needs a lot of practice. These 10 habits that we have listed will be easy at times when things are going good. It's like driving on a simple lane. It is easy, but if you're driving on a hill at night, that leads to a lot of practice. Similarly, in difficult circumstances, to still be happy, that needs practice. And it is a continuous learning journey, so enjoy that journey. Sometimes you may think I will be happy when certain bad events go off from my life. But in fact, it is about embracing the imperfections. Say if you have one extra finger, rather than seeing it as a flaw, you should see it as a virtue. And in summary, There cannot be just one smiley as this picture shows. There are so many ways to be happy. So don't look at these 10 steps as a cage, but view it as a structure. Always go for your goals, but do not be afraid to be happy and take an occasional detour. With that, hope you learned how to be happy. Till next time, bye bye.